and I'm absolutely saving a minimum of $150,000 by using HomeWrights instead of using a contractor. So for me to be the owner builder saves that $150,000. And then in addition to that, I know that I'm saving above and beyond that because
So Kate, tell me what's going on here. This is our second meeting, and how have things changed since the last time I was here?
a lot has changed. We are approximately 3 months away from move-in, so I'm very excited. We had planned for move-in to be right before Christmas, and all the stars aligned, and so now we get to actually move in before Thanksgiving, we're hoping, instead of Christmas, so a little earlier than planned.
Sure.
So everything's gone really smoothly, which I don't think is typical.
Yes, it is. It always happens that way.
So thanks to John, we are hoping to be in before Thanksgiving, so we're really excited.
And has COVID affected the business of getting this thing done?
I think actually COVID caused some people's jobs, unfortunately, to not happen for whatever reason. So a lot more workers have been able to come to my project, so it's affected me in a good way.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the factors of why we're moving in earlier than planned.
Sure.
So yeah.
So for background, for anybody watching this for the first time, you're a dentist by profession,
Yes.
and now you're a home builder.
Yes.
So how do you mix the two? You're the owner builder. You're
Yes.
managing this entire
Yeah.
project.
Yes. They are very different careers, very different job descriptions, and but they're both really fun, and I get a lot of different types of enjoyment out of each of them, and a lot of satisfaction. So I'm happy to do both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so what does it take to be successful? Since you have no construction experience, what skills do you have that you already knew you were good at before you started this?
Organization is everything. Organization, communication, me communicating with John is really important. My communication with the subs is really important. And then it's a lot of follow-up. So I could ask something, and then it's really important that I follow up and stay organized with everything, that all my phone calls and emails and all my contracts go out and that they come back in. And so communication and organization are really important.
And HomeWrights gave you the toolbox to help you stay organized, right?
Yes.
And did you use a lot of their paperwork and their forms to get this thing done?
100%. None of it was my own. It's all from HomeWrights. So they provided the preliminary budget. So it's broken down by square foot. It's very precise of what every single expense is, the projected cost, and then the ultimate cost for everything, so we can track costs. It's their timeline, it's their trackers, it's their contracts, everything. Everything is from HomeWrights.
And their subcontractors?
Correct. All their own subcontractors. I actually tried to bring in one of my own subs at the beginning, and that was a disaster. That was before I hired HomeWrights, and so I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
So now I use their contractors because they already have the relationship built. They already have vetted the subs, so it's just best if I use their subs.
Yeah, that works well.
Yeah.
So this is a very large, beautiful property, incredible building site. You know, you lucked out on this.
Yes.
How neat, and what a beautiful neighborhood.
Thank you.
So with all that said, you're getting to build what you want, but you're going to save a chunk of money by acting as your own general contractor.
Yes.
Could you share anything about that?
Yes. So I did all the calculations before I hired HomeWrights. I bid out this job to a couple other contractors just because I wanted to see what the cost difference would be, and I'm absolutely saving a minimum of $150,000 by using HomeWrights instead of using a contractor. So for me to be the owner builder saves that $150,000. And then in addition to that, I know that I'm saving above and beyond that because of all the changes that I make along the way. A contractor would have charged me for all that extra time to make those changes. And
Sure.
so I'm saving money in that facet. And then also the knowledge that I've gained from this, I can apply it to future circumstances to save money or make money.
You're ready to build another one.
Yes, I am. I'm ready to do it again. Yeah.
You see the business opportunity.
Yes.
In spite of an up and down kind of crazy economy right now, you see opportunity.
This is the best time.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you mentioned John a couple of times.
Yeah.
John is your project coordinator. What all does he do? How does he help?
So he really is the one guiding me through all of my decision making. Anytime there's a little bit of a sticky situation with the sub, if something didn't play out exactly as planned, he's right there because there's a lot of norms of the industry that someone like me wouldn't know. So I don't know what's normal and expected, like for a sub to do or not to do, but he does. He's in this every day, so he knows what norms are. And so John really is the one bringing the experience and the expertise to the table that I don't have.
Sure.
And he does a lot of communication with the subs. So if I'm busy seeing a patient, then he might be picking up the phone for me or something like that.
Yeah, so he's your backup too.
Yes, he's my backup, and he reviews all my contracts. So like before I even sign something or send out a contract, he looks at all the budgeting, he looks at all of the like bids that come in from the sub. So he does everything basically.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So obviously you're saving a chunk of money, but this is taking time. How much time is this taking of your typical week?
Yep. So I do see patients 3 days a week, and then I work on HomeWrights things 2 days a week. So 2 days a week I do HomeWrights, but obviously there's still like things I'll do, little things like emails or something at night here and there, or a little on the weekends here and there. But I definitely have 2 small kids, and I have a husband, and my immediate family lives here. So I definitely have a social life still outside of this. And so, but definitely for sure 2 days a week I spend doing this.
So 10 to 20 hours a week, probably,
Yes.
somewhere in there?
Yes.
But it's pretty good pay for a part-time job.
Yes.
Start to finish, how many months do you think this will take?
Well, I started the project on my own, which was a mistake. So that tacked on probably an additional 3 or 4 months that if I had been with HomeWrights from the beginning, that would never have probably been a factor.
Sure.
But I believe that the full project from start to finish with HomeWrights, I think was closer to about 9 months. I'll have to double check that, but I think it's closer to 9 months, definitely less than a year for everything to build this project and move in.